Magandang hapon, Pilipinas at buong mundo. Naitay kapuso. Pahiram po ng 20 minutes ang inyong hapon. Ako po si Boy, and welcome to Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Sa lahat po ng nanonood sa atin sa ating mga live streaming channels sa Facebook at YouTube, sa lahat ng nakikinig po sa atin sa DZWB, welcome to the program. Mainit po sa labas, hydrate, inom ng maraming tubig. Uumpisan po natin ang ating programa for today's talk. Na-deport na po ang ex-partner at ama ng bunsong anak ni Pokwang na si Lee O'Brien. Umalis ng Pilipinas si Lee papuntang San Francisco noong Lunes, April 8. Pinanigan ng Bureau of Immigration ang deportation case na sinampa ni Pokwang laban kay Lee noong nakaraang taon. Ang reklamo ni Pokwang, illegal ang pagtatrabaho ni Lee sa iba't ibang production company sa bansa dahil wala itong kaukulang permit, working permit. Bukod sa deportation, blacklisted na rin si Lee sa Bureau of Immigration kaya hindi na ito maaaring makabalik pa ng Pilipinas. Sa TikTok Clock kanina, sinabi ni Pokwang sa amin na she considers this a closure and she wishes Lee well. Narito po ang kanyang buong pahayag.
Para sa ikabubuti naming dalawa. And para makapaghanap buhay na rin siya ng maayos, ako din ganon, para makapag-provide kami ng maayos para sa anak namin. Kasi pag nandito siya, hindi naman, alam ko, hindi siya nakakapaghanap buhay dito eh. Diba? So paano siya makakapag-support sa anak niya? Pero when it comes to, karapatan niya kay Malia, hindi ko naman yung ipagdadamot, basta ayusin lang yung buhay niya. Alam mo na mangyari, tatay pa rin siya ni Malia. Hindi ko yung aalisin yon. Kung gusto mong pumunta ni Malia doon, then go, fine. Kung gusto mong dalawin sila ni Malia sa Amerika, okay, go. Hatid ko pa. Diba? Basta babalik nyo sa akin. Yun naman yun. So, at least for the peace of mind of both sides. At makapagtrabaho siya ng maayos, kasi nga dito, bawal siya magtrabaho dito. So, paano ang buhay niya rito, diba? Sayang kasi may pinag-aralan naman siyang tao. Gamitin niya yung natapos niya. Gamitin niya doon, magtrabaho siya, mag-ipon siya. Hindi lang para kay Malia, para sa sarili din niya. Kasi 49 na siya eh. Ayusin niya yung buhay niya.
Poki, maraming salamat. Naitay kapuso, please welcome our very special guest today. Ang nag-iisang, napakabuting kaibigan, and na-miss natin lahat. And she was one of the dancing queens of the 90s. Naitay kapuso, please welcome Rica Peralejo! Hi!
Namiss ko magsayaw eh, no?
Ganun ang sayo nun?
Diba?
Okay, go.
Bakit iba naman ngayon?
No, hindi ko alam. Kasi may move, di ba? May groove.
Diba? Diba?
So, during your time...
Naman sa music, diba? Pero medyo naman, parang thunders na. Iba na ngayon ng Gen Z.
Diba?
Hi.
Every generation has a move, di ba?
Yes.
Kids now are dancing differently. Iba yung...
With the presence of TikTok,
Correct.
they are all dancers.
Pero yung ginagawa mo, parang yung pa rin eh.
Diba?
Di ba merong...
Medyo I think the groove is still there. I'm very happy that I was trained earlier on in my life.
Please.
Thank you.
Wow, dancing queen.
Grabe
Ang
naman.
sarap. Pero, diretso tayo. Balikan natin yung TGIS days mo dito.
Okay.
Pag pinag-uusapan ng TGIS, ano yung alaala na pag bumabalik sa iyong isipan, natatawa ka? At anong alaala yung nakakaiyak?
Siguro para sa nakakatawa na part, naalala ko lagi yung natutulog ako sa gutter, sa lap ng nanay ko. Kasi nagtitaping kami noon, I think that was Cebu. Like, we were taping out of town. And back then, I don't think that people realized na wala kaming mga glam team. It's very different. Like, to be an artista back then. And we went through that. Kami nila Shara, kami nila Angelo, na yung wala talagang pa-star effect. Parang kung maghihintay ka, nasa may tabi ka ng gutter, antok ka na, hihiga ka lang doon.
And you guys marunong mag-makeup?
Yes, we had to learn that.
Oo, di ba?
Because you had to kind of like fall in line after so many people with just one makeup artist for all of you.
But who would take care of the clothes?
We would.
Kayo?
My gosh, wala. That's why when I think the first time I went back to kind of like, TV,
Okay.
tinanong ako ng manager ko na, sabi niya, sino yung glam team na gusto mo? Sabi ko, ano po yung glam team? Kasi hindi ako sanay because
Okay.
that was not existent during our
Right.
time.
Ano namang memory ang nagpapaiyak sa'yo?
Siguro when I finally had to say goodbye to them.
It's always difficult to say goodbye.
Yes, and I think, for people like us, especially back then, the 90s, that was a time of like really, really long time na parang 3 years or 4 years.
Mahaba ng mga palabas.
Oo, ang mga show mo. So talagang you really build relationships. And it was kind of like school for me also because I started so early. So imagine na lang being classmates with someone for so long or being schoolmates and then you just have to part ways.
But it was a happy show. Love team mo noon, si Red Sternberg. Are you still in touch?
Oh yeah, we have a group actually, yung aming TGIS group. So that's with Direct Mark, everybody else, Bobby, Angelo, Michael, so all of
Everybody.
us nandoon.
You're connected.
We're
Naging kayo ba ni Red?
Yeah, for a day.
Paano? Bakit for a day?
Baka magalit si Red sa akin.
Bakit for a day?
Batang-bata pa kasi ako noon. And I could feel like my family didn't really like.
Okay.
Not for any reason.
Basta
but
hindi lang, oo.
Siguro kasi ang bata ko pa nga. And they maybe ang duda ko lang, they felt that Red was already a bit mature for me. Tapos ako sobrang bata. So, parang natakot ako. The next day, binawi ko. Talaga. As in, ako din parang, nakakahiya, ba't ka pa o binawi mo lang naman, din ganun.
Anong reaction ni Red?
Siyempre, nagalit siya. Sorry, Red. Pero okay naman na. I mean,
Nagalit
matanda na kami. So, I guess okay lang
Pero
naman sabihin
during
na
that time,
nagalit
hindi okay
siya.
yun. Monday, naging kayo. Tapos Tuesday, nung nagkausap kayo,
Talaga.
hindi na.
And whenever I go back to that memory, I'm like, sobrang nakakainis kung ako yung lalaki na parang, ano ka ba? Make up your mind. Diba? You
Right.
should be... Kaso, yun nga, yung pagkakamali niya doon, masyado pa akong batang isip.
Tama. Ang maganda nito kasi, pag napapag-usapan ngayon, I'm sure you would have a good laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Diba?
Oh, my
Napapagtawanan
gosh.
ito.
Yes, yes.
One of your longest, ituloy na natin sa mga exes, with your permission. One of your longest relationships was with Bernard.
Yes.
Palangka. How was that? Are you still friends?
We don't really keep in touch.
You don't
Yes.
keep in touch.
Uh-huh.
But let's take it from a different tack. What did you learn from that relationship?
Oh, I learned a lot. I think of all my relationships, doon ako pinaka natuto kasi malalim talaga yung mga pinagsamahan namin at yun lahat ng nangyari sa buhay namin. And I think yung nalaman ko lang or na-realize ko, the lesson for me there was, you can't really change a person if the person himself doesn't want to change. Not that I'm saying he's wrong or he's bad. Kahit kasi ako rin ang dami kong pagkukulang. Whenever I look back, I wouldn't have been the greatest support din pala for all that he was going through at that time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And but there was you felt na meron mga bagay na dapat baguhin.
Yeah, both of us naman. Pero I think
okay.
hindi pa kami, parang hindi pa dumadating. Naniniwala kasi ako doon na kahit gustuhin mong magbago, may panahon talaga na talagang dadating sa'yo at magagawa mo na ito. And I think sa couples, ganun yun. Na kung hindi kayo nag-match, doon magfo-fall apart.
And it took 4 years.
Yeah, we had
For you guys, you fought for it, you
Yes.
worked on it, pero hindi talaga nag-work.
Yes.
How was the goodbye?
It was hard, but something that I'm very, I don't know how to describe it, but when I say goodbyes, it takes me a long time to say goodbye. Parang kaya kami umabot ng 4 years. I can drag it out for as long as I can. But when I've done everything already and I see na, alam mo, wala na akong ibubuga, when I say goodbye, I can really say goodbye and never look back. So that was the kind of goodbye that I gave him. And of course, we're different. Yun yung problema sa mga maghihiwalay Minsan magkaiba kayo ng paraan ng pag-goodbye. And
Ano ang kanyang paraan?
sa kanya, talagang he really wanted to work it out pa. Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
because it's hard. I was very honest with myself that 4 years is like a habit. You formed habits together, and you really need to be tough to let that go and to get out of that.
Because you have to undo a lot of habits.
Oh, yes.
Diba? As opposed, halimbawa, to your relationship with Piolo Pascual, with PJ. Ano yun? I think in an interview that I caught on social media,
Yeah.
was that with Pia? But I
not
remember, I caught one interview, Pia Arcangel.
Yes. Okay.
Diba?
Yes.
I think you spoke about PJ there. Now, you were talking about settling down, but there was no relationship. Ang reaction ko, what?
Ano yun?
Ano yun? Oo. Ano yun?
Yun din po yung reaction ko. Hindi. No. PJ, I love you.
I love you too, PJ.
Wala na yan. Walang
Wala
issue
na, napapag-usapan lang.
That's why I can talk about it this way,
Yes.
because I have that kind of relationship with him na alam mo, tumanda na tayo. We don't really have to like fret about that anymore or fight about that.
We don't have to fret about it anymore. Oo.
Yeah, of course, in the moment, you're like, mahirap.
Andun ka sa gitna eh.
Oo, pero pag nakalipas na ang panahon, you know, you get better, you become more mature. But
So, ano nga yun?
hindi ko nga alam. No, but, okay. We existed and functioned like a couple talaga. And there were talks of like, parang hindi naman diretso, pero na magsa-settle down together, ganyan. Pero ano lang, like any other couple, ganun lang siya, na maiisip mo na pwedeng mangyari ito. Pero he never naman promised. I never naman really said na I wanted this. It was just something that we entertained. It never got to that point, and we never labeled our relationship. But it was very, very good naman what we had together.
Yeah, pero wait, hindi pa rin klaro sa akin. It was a kind of a relationship na okay, mag-boyfriend tayo. May I love you tayo. We're together. Merong ganong conversation.
Wala kami talagang, parang we didn't put a label to it.
Walang label, but how were the conversations? Of course, the dialogues were between two people who were in love with each
I think
other.
it was very obvious that we liked each other.
Yeah.
We loved each other, but we were like more friends really na
okay.
we just liked to be together a lot.
Okay, and then
Ganon.
you talked about the
Yeah.
possibilities.
Oo. Parang may mga hints here and there ng ganito. Ako naman, ang aking habit naman, kahit noon, nung single ako lalo, Tito Boy, was hindi ako assuming.
Oo.
Na kahit na nagpapahaging, hindi ko sasakyan until talagang inoffer na sa'yo, concretely.
Okay.
So I didn't really ride on that whenever I would hear something and whenever I would feel something. Parang sa akin, maybe there is a possibility, but let's see. Until it's really there, it's, I don't consider it serious.
I totally get it. Pero how fascinating. I mean, your story is so fascinating.
Makulay po yung buhay ko.
Okay. Dahil makulay, let's do fast talk.
Oh my gosh, eto na.
2 minutes to do this, Rica. And our time begins now. Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
Mainstream or social media?
Social media.
Sexy, healthy.
Healthy.
Yoga, jump rope.
Jump rope.
Dancing queen, fitness queen.
Fitness.
Nung teenager ka, saan ka madalas gumigimik?
Oh my gosh, I don't remember.
Sinong madalas mong kasama?
I don't remember also. Hala.
Next travel with family, saan?
La Union.
Pocket money pag nagta-travel, magkano?
Ay, naku, wala kaming ganun. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Tiis ganda, tiis gutom.
Oh my gosh, tiis gutom.
Rated PG or rated R?
Rated PG.
Your showbiz best friend?
Nikki Valdez?
Your showbiz crush noon?
Oh, naku, wala. Wala. Hindi ko
Ilan ang ex mong artista?
Hindi nakabilang, no? Tatlo.
Sino?
Tatlo lang. Si Wawi, si Bernard, Bojo, Molina.
Oh, ilan ang binasid mong artista?
Hindi ko naman din nabilang. Ano ba yun? Oo.
Yes or no? Niligawan ng politiko?
Hindi.
Namana sa Uniphilip?
Introversion.
Namana ni Manu?
Kakulitan.
Best advice you received?
Unahin mo yung mga anak mo.
Best gift that you received?
Best gift was the gift of love from my kids and my husband.
Huling bagay na nagpaiyak sa'yo?
Yung, naalala ko yung ate kong namatay.
Huling bagay na pinagdasal mo?
Na sana gumaling na yung injury ko.
Best actress or best mom?
Best mom.
Lights on or lights off?
Sound off.
Happiness or chocolate?
Happiness.
Best time for happiness?
Anytime, basta wala yung mga bata. O tulog ang mga bata.
Complete
Oo.
this statement. At 43, I am...
More sure of myself.
There was a point in your career that you went sexy.
Yes.
Ano yun? Was that a reinvention or was that rebellion?
Oh.
I saw that face I saw that face of your life. At bakit ka nag-quit? Why did you quit showbiz? And what would make you come back? Ang mga kasagutan sa pagbabalik po ng Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. We're back to the show. Kasama pa rin po natin si Rica Peralejo. You know, this is interesting. Sabi mo, at 40, you discovered fitness.
Yes.
Totoo. Which means
diba?
that, paano?
So, kailangan turuan kita.
Turuan mo ako habang tayo nag-uusap.
Okay.
So, when you went sexy,
nagkabuhol-buhol,
nagkabuhol-buhol. When you went sexy during that time, what was that? Was that a reinvention or yung by pagre-rebelde mo?
Okay. Very funny answer because that was reinvention. But because it wasn't really good for me, that it ended up in rebellion.
Oh.
Do you understand? Yung
Yeah.
parang, I don't know if I made myself clear kasi, pero parang, of course, I needed it for work.
Okay.
But it wasn't really my personality. So because you are doing something that you don't really want to do, you become rebellious or you kind of like act out.
Kasi you've been very honest about your narrative na pinagdaanan ko yan. Gumimik din ako gabi-gabi,
Yes.
etc. You even talk about your childhood.
Yes.
I was working at 12. Do you have that feeling na you missed out?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Talaga?
Yeah. I mean like, it has its costs, but I don't end there kasi. And like what we were talking about earlier before it came on again, na you get to process a lot. And sometimes you're in different stages of life. There was a stage of mine in my life na parang masakit sa akin na ba't ganun ang nangyari sa akin. Then you get over that, you process it, and then you begin to see a different perspective about it. And you become
Right.
grateful na, you know what, there are a lot of things that happened back then, kahit na medyo hindi okay, na you can be grateful.
There was no stage na bitter ka?
Meron, of course.
Meron.
Meron.
Merong stage din ba na...
Nadaanan mo yun.
Correct. Na may mga sinisisi ka. Did you blame your parents?
I kind of like, I was hurt na parang, why did you guys let this happen to me? But at the same time, when I got older and when I was able to process it for myself, I began to understand, well, my mom didn't know any better.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why you were reacting the way you were reacting.
Yes.
As a child at 12.
I wasn't even rebelling against her. I was just
Rebelling
generally
against
like
the world.
It's so hard to do what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna drink every night. I'm going to party, ganon.
Pinagdaanan mo yun? Sige nga,
Ganun. Oo, sige.
Talaga, as in,
Mabuti nga ngayon, tanggalin ko lang tong ano ko ha.
Rica, as in walwal din? Ganon?
Ay, oo naman. Kaya nga nagpapasalamat ako lang social media, no? Baka kung ano na lang napapanood nyo sa akin today. Yung mga anak ko na-spare.
Kung hindi, viral ka araw-araw.
Oo, di ba mga anak, pasensya na.
Oo, ganito pinagdaanan ng mami.
Honest naman. Okay, so paano ba to? Actually, it's very easy. A lot of people think na mahirap ang jump rope, but you just have to hop a little bit. Ganyan lang. Or kung gusto mo sabay, you don't even have to jump very high. Tapos ganyan lang. Yun na yun.
Okay.
Kaya mo yan, Tito Boy. Yes.
Kasi naman,
yung
ang dami
sapatos
kong
naman kasi
excuses.
niya.
Oo, ang laki-laki kasi
Pwede kasi ipangpatay yung sapatos. Diba?
Ganun lang.
Diba? A lot of people think na you have to jump high. Hindi nga
Hindi.
Dapat konting clearing lang.
What does it do to the body? Itong jumping rope, ika nga.
Well, it's equivalent to like a sprint. Maano siya, talagang high impact din siya. So, medyo dapat careful din. You don't have to, a lot of people think that you need to do it for 15 minutes. But when you're beginning, mga 5 minutes lang
It's
okay
okay.
na yun. Oo.
Naalala ko lang ito dahil nilalaro ko ito noong
Diba?
batang-bata pa
I know.
sa mga kalsada ng Borongan Eastern Samar. Pero syempre, iba pa noon, may pilantik yung mga pagganong-ganon. Ngayon,
That is so true!
di ba? Because you can do a lot eh. Ano na? Ganda, di ba? Pero, Rica, how is it to be a pastor's wife?
Hard. It's very hard.
Why?
It's like, di ba tayong dalawa, Tito Boy, showbiz, public, ganyan. Ito, ganun din yung kind of like equivalent niya, pero in a smaller community. You're kind of like rock stars in your... I'm not saying that all churches are like that, but it has a tendency to put, lalo na pag Pilipino, na yung si pastor at saka yung asawa niya, yan yung iniidolo namin. Which sometimes can be very, very hard.
I understand that. I've seen a lot of documentaries. Di ba?
Yes,
Di ba?
yes.
Oo.
And if you're not careful, it can get into your head and you will act out as like a superstar.
Totoo, kasi it's a different concept. I mean,
Yes.
fame can be toxic, ika nga.
Kasi kahit na anong mundo,
Yes,
di ba? Kahit na
right.
pastor ka, walang masyadong mabuti at magaling para sa ganong temptasyon.
You have 2 kids, praise God, but you went through 3 miscarriages.
Yes.
Naging ano ka dahil doon?
Naging very anxious ako. It has brought a lot of anxiety in my life. There are times when I feel like laging may mamamatay or parang tawag yata nila doon, medical anxiety na rin.
Talaga?
Ganun. So
Pero
I
wala
think
na yan
that's when
ngayon.
it started.
Are you still there?
I
Are you
still have
over it?
I think like on and off siya. I think it's just gonna be there. But what's important is like I know how to manage it and deal with it now.
No, and I think you have more focus for the children.
Yes.
Diba?
Oo. And it made me also treasure the time that I have with them.
Right.
Kasi it makes you value so much more what you have right now.
Right. If one word, describe yourself as a mother. Sige
I
nga.
don't know. What is my one word? I'm a happy mother.
You're a happy mother.
I'm very,
As a
very
wife.
happy. As a wife, I'm a blessed wife.
Gumanong ka rin?
Oh,
Oo.
sige. Talagang inutusan ako.
Describe Joseph as a husband.
He's a perfect one for me.
He is, di
Yeah.
ba? And praise God. Rica, thank you for being here. Salamat talaga. Ang sarap ng kwentuhan natin. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Sige nga, let's try again. This is a good exercise.
Dapat ano tayo?
Okay.
Dapat sabay tayo. Okay,
Okay.
ready?
Okay.
2, 3,
go. Ay, okay, sige lang,
Okay, okay.
hahabol ako.
Okay, ulit.
Nay, tay,
Sige.
kapuso, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagpapatuloy sa amin sa inyong mga tahanan araw-araw. Be kind, make your nanay and tatay proud. Say thank you. Do one good thing a day.
Yes.
And, let's make this world a better place. Kaya, goodbye for now and God bless. Maraming salamat.